Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about balancing work, school, and family. Why that topic? Because, well, guess who's in school? That is me. So, if you're the first time here, please subscribe and hit that bell. So, do you need some tips about how to balance life, work, family? Yeah, me too. So, that's why we're having the video. So, I am the Comfortable Counselor. I am here to help you write your chapter 2. Put your feet up, relax, let's do this. So yes, I'm in school. I started school a few months ago. I'm doing a PhD program. Very excited, it's an education. And I struggled like everybody else, doing the work, the family, the school. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do some research because I got some things to learn and now I'm sharing them with you. So it is impossible to be able to balance work, life, and family. You can't. I mean, if you were to quantify that, what are you saying, 33.3% for each of those things? You can't. It's impossible. It's a myth. When people say, oh, I need to find more balance between work and family, you can't do it. But what are you really saying? I think when we say that out loud, I think what we're really saying is we want to be able to go to school or balance this and that, but not make anybody mad. We want to make sure everybody's happy. We want to make sure everything gets done. And guess what? You can't. So it's time to get honest about what you really mean about balancing. What I have found that is probably a better word to use instead of the word balance is work-life integration, work-life-school integration, work-life-school harmony. There's no balance. There is integration where you meld those things together in a harmonious way so that things run smoother, and what's more important, you're at peace. So there is hope right now. So the number one thing that you have to start with when you are trying to harmonize and integrate all these aspects of your life, people don't ever say this. The articles that I read, the videos that I watch, nobody's mentioned this one time. Number one, you've got to establish what your values are. You got to figure out what's important to you. Why make a schedule and make all these goals when you don't even know what your values are or you haven't reevaluated them? Now, family, your significant other, whoever you are needing to be your person, your support system, you have got to sit down and talk about what's really important to you at this time. And those those values may shift, okay, because you're in a different transition part in your life, but you've got to sit down with people who are going to be helping you to find out, okay, what's really important. Okay, that's the first step, number one right there. Number two, time block everything. And I mean everything. Time block. You should be sitting down weekly with your significant other. You should be time blocking in a scheduler, daily, reviewing, nightly. You want everything. You don't want to be so strict with yourself, but you've got to be figuring out what you're doing. And let me reiterate one more time. You need to time block everything, okay? I'm talking about, yes, because if you don't, it'll get lost in the cracks. So what else? Sometimes you should be able to get a priority matrix, find out what's urgent, what's important, okay? Because if you don't, everything will seem like everything's important. I have all these assignments to do. Oh my gosh, everything's important. And so are the kids, and so are this and work. You've got to do your priority matrix. Look it up. Stephen R. Covey, great guy. Eisenhower, I think, is the one who invented it. Just Google it, okay? So figure out what's important and what's urgent, and time block, time block, time block. Okay, next thing, tribe. If you're going to be doing this major endeavor in your life, you've got to start building your tribe. Who's your tribe? Right now, it's your significant other, whoever it is, your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, whatever. Start with them and then start building out who's going to help you out. Could be coworkers, could be bosses, could be friends. And what will you need from them? What kind of help you need from them in order to accomplish these goals, to find this integration and harmony in your life in regards to making this all work? Build your tribe, and not just as babysitters, but as other things that you need. And by all means, share your joys and victories with your tribe. Don't hole up in your room, in your dungeon, because that's what I do, okay? You've got to talk about your joys and your sorrows. Maybe you didn't make a great grade, or maybe you're frustrated or whatever. You've got to reach out, build. It takes a village, okay, to raise a child. It also takes a tribe to get through grad school. Okay, so I think I'm on number 4. Maybe I didn't count before, but this is number 4. All right, so self-awareness. If you are not paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, you're going to get lost within yourself, and you're going to get hyper-focused and tunnel vision when you're trying to do all this, the work, school, family things, and it's not good stuff for you. All right, so what can you do to raise that self-awareness about yourself? Journal, meditate, yoga, prayer, see a counselor, see a coach. These are all things you can do to help you to listen to yourself. It is so easy to forget ourselves because we're on like this automatic, just autopilot surviving. And that's not a good way to go through this school. And even if you're not in school, just trying to integrate everything, balance everything, be mindful. Okay, so what else? Mindfulness. That's what I'm talking about. Be present. So good for you. You schedule time with the family. You think, okay, I've finished my assignments. I've finished this, and I can take a break. So you're doing the family thing, right? But you're thinking about the next assignment that's coming up next week, or you're worrying about the grade from last week. No, you have to be here. Be present, okay? That doesn't count. I'm sorry, because your significant other is gonna be asking, where did you just go? Yeah, you're right here, but you were gone for like 2 minutes. So that's not cool. So practice mindfulness, slowing down, enjoying the moment, being able to smell the flowers and be able to be aware of other people's needs. That's important. All right. So what else? Self-care. And I know what you're thinking. How can I possibly do self-care when I am if I'm in school and I know that I'm drawing resources and time and energy or burdening my significant other and they're picking up the slack, and how dare me, who do I to go and do something for myself? Well, that's what I'm telling you to do, all right? Show your significant other that they don't believe you, this video. You've got to take care of yourself. I am not kidding you, because if you don't, bad things happen. You get into a funk, and it's not cool, okay? So, exercise, read a fun book. I know the thought of reading probably makes you sick because you read all the time. Read something fun, something that's non-fiction. I'm sorry, fiction is what I meant. Clearly, I'm reading too much. Read something fiction, something fun. Just escape for a few minutes, but you've got the time block self-care. Believe me, because if you don't, guess what? You'll say, I'll do it when I get this done. I'll do it when I get this done. I'll do it. It'll never happen. You need also alone time. Again, I know that probably it seems like very, very counterintuitive. How can I tell my significant other that I want some alone time when I'm by myself all the time? How could they possibly understand? Well, guess what? Remember the step 1, the values, sitting down, time blocking. I promise you, if you will do those first, that's why I put those steps as in order of importance. If you do those, the rest of these will fall into place because you'll have the communication. Relationships aren't just about communication. That's almost a cliche word these days. It's about reevaluating what your values are, what's important to you, and you're on the same page about things. And there are no assumptions, because you know what happens when you assume, right? Do we need to go there? I don't think so. Don't assume. Talk, and then talk some more, okay? Also, self-care, boundaries. What does that mean? It means saying no. No, really, it does. It means saying no. When you're studying, right, and your significant other is saying, can you help me with A, B, and C? You really do have a right to say no. But say it this way: I can't right now, but can you give me 5 minutes? Okay, that's all right. Hopefully, if you have that relationship built and the trust and the values and whatnot, your significant other will say, okay, I'm gonna give him his space, give her space, and then you can make that work. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to say yes and jump and be resentful, because that's what you don't want to do. The last thing you want to do is resent your partner, who's the very person that you need to depend on to help you. Keep that in mind. Stay with me, like 2 more, right? This is number 7. Ask for help. Yeah, at the tribe that I talked to you about, there's a reason why I told you to build that tribe of people that you can depend on, because you're going to need help. And if you don't know your limits and you're not aware, you're not going to know to ask for help, or worse, you will be afraid to ask for help, because you'll probably say to yourself, how can I possibly ask them? They've already done so much. How can I ask them to do one more thing? Your partner, your significant other, whoever it is, how can I ask them to do one more thing? If you don't know your limits, if you're not self-aware, and you try to do all this by yourself, it's gonna go bad, south, and you'll be more stressed out, and you'll be resentful, and that's not a fun experience when you're going to school. Last thing, check in with your significant other or your tribe before things get bad. You've got to be able to have constant, and I mean constant, communication with these people who are trying to help you reach your goal of getting through school. Do it sooner than later. If you wait until you're in a fight or an argument about something, that's too late, because then tempers are flaring and ugly words are being said and resentments are all over the place. But if you just talk about it while it's going on and always checking in, then nobody gets resentful, everyone's on the same page. You've got to feel worthy about that. That's just it. Now that I'm thinking about it, you've got to feel worthy to ask for help. You've got to feel worthy and love yourself enough to be able to say, yes, I need to take care of myself. I need you all to help me do that. Part of it is it's not just about, the reading, the test taking, the writing the papers. This is about loving yourself, taking care of yourself, and then being okay with that part also, because that is a huge part of getting through all this whole grad school thing. So be open, be honest, be patient with the process. It's a learning process. I'm still learning. I'm constantly researching and Googling the best ways to, best kind of calendar, paper calendar, Google Calendar, apps. But I want to improve that because I want to be more efficient. I want to get more done. And I do want to have to depend less on my tribe. But I also want them there just in case I do need them. But I am constantly evolving as a student, trying to integrate harmoniously with family, life in general. Last thing, forgive yourself. Forgive others. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to slip up, trip up. Things are just going to happen. There's no room for carrying around shame and guilt going through this process of juggling everything. The quicker that you forgive yourself and other people, the harmony and that synchronicity is going to be the very strength that you need to get through this thing we call grad school. You can do it. If I can do it, God, I know you can do it. Promise me, all right? I got you. So, this is what my video is about this week. I hope you've gotten something positive from it. If nothing else, please remember, this is your life. This is your story to write and rewrite it as many times as you want. Please check out my other videos. I come out with them every Sunday. I'm the Country Counselor. I'm here to help you to write your chapter too. Please subscribe, hit that button, hit the thumbs up. Until next week, take care.